May we all stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Bender.
Here.
Martin.
Here.
Aldensee.
Here.
Sellers.
Here.
Sellers.
Here. All present and accounted for. Right. The first order of business is the approval of minutes of the May 4th, 2015 Town Board regular meeting. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Who so moved it? Sellers? And Aldensee?
Yep, second by Halsey.
Okay.
Are there any questions on the minutes?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
My statement to the board was in response to Mr. Steller's statement to me on the 4th. That's the clarification. And then I would like, I don't know if I asked for it to be attached to the minutes.
You did not.
Okay.
You did not.
And
So
I
if you
asked-
have it,
yeah.
I'll be happy to do it, but I need to have it.
Okay, sure. Let me give it to you.
Okay.
I think I'm sure I have it. Yeah, and it's dated, so
Good.
there you go.
There, then I'll attach it to the minutes.
Thank you.
Any more questions on minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. The next order of business is approval of bills payable. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Bender, second by Sellers.
Sellers?
Aldensee, I'm sorry, Aldensee.
I know we were looking at the lights.
All righty, vote.
We all know how to like.
I'm younger now.
We're open
With
for
age
the-
comes wisdom. Well,
Pretty good.
so age beauty, right?
We're open for discussion.
All right.
I have a couple of, how do we, Patrick,
Yes.
how do we account for, and I asked this last time,
Mhm.
and maybe you've got an answer, maybe you didn't, but I see where we have, Greg Fellini has a bill from April. Does that then go in our 2016, 2017, or 2015, 2016, under
Yes.
the cash accounting?
Yes, that goes into this.
Okay.
This present-
So how
current
do we reconcile then our budgets in terms of what we project for one year and what we project for another? I guess I'm concerned because of the lack of transparency when bills from 2014-15 get thrown into 2015-2016.
The lack of transparency.
Right.
I take offense to that because we're not doing anything that's
No,
under the table
I'm
or anything
not
like that. So I don't.
accusing you of
Okay.
anything, Patrick, okay?
Okay.
I'm just asking how transparency plays out in this when those bills are from the previous year and they're put in this coming year's budget. Because you and I had this big discussion a few years ago.
We have to have a cutoff point, right?
Well, I don't know if that's as transparent as we should be.
Supervisor Sellers?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I address that?
Yes, please.
The bills are no different than they've been done in the 35 years that I've been here. The bill was issued in the month of May. The question was asked and answered in April. The billing did not come in, and did not come until May. This is no different. The difference is that we're doing a cash basis and it's being paid out of 2015-16. It wouldn't make any difference if it was an accrual basis or not. It's still coming out of 15 and 16's budget.
What we did in previous years
Mhm.
is we did a cash and accrual so that we knew exactly what bills belonged in which year. So we knew where our bills belonged and they were then accounted for based on the accrual basis. Now, in a cash basis, it simply shows either it was incurred and paid in 2014-15 or incurred and paid in 2015-16.
No, and then here's where I'll go. We were, the one year in particular, we had bills in June, July, as far down as August. in 1 year, but they were actually, the bills themselves accumulated in the previous fiscal year. They were paid in the next fiscal year. The billing had a cutoff, as Patrick said, in April. It just got paid in May.
Okay,
There is no difference in how it was handled, the cash versus the accrual.
Okay.
For bookkeeping purposes, it would be nothing more than it was done in April, paid in May.
Okay.
I don't
I'm not
understand the
saying
confusion.
that anything is wrong, and I don't
No,
mean to be
no,
debating
no.
you. I just want to make clear my point. My point being that, do we then allow those bills to be part of the projected budget for 2015-16?
Of course they would be. They'd have to be.
Okay,
Right.
but if they would show on an accrual basis, I know it's a bookkeeping issue, and that's why I'm concerned, because we've gone from a cash accrual to straight cash. So how does the public really know, when we do budgets, of what we're really doing? I mean, we know what we're doing internally, but does that really give the public the same information that we have?
I guess I don't understand why it
Mhm.
would.
That's all they gotta do is come down here and ask
No,
and give
I don't get it.
understand.
Okay,
But
well-
I think if there's a cutoff, but and all the bills, I guess what Cindy is saying, if the cutoff date is April,
It's-
then so then we just start taking bills that's in the new year. So it's not like
yeah, right.
we're taking something from
But they
last.
showed accrual on our previous budget process. In this budget process, we're strictly cash, so it just simply shows cash for 2015-16.
Okay, here's what we'll do.
Well, maybe
I will-
she can clarify.
I will refer
Maybe
your question to the CFO, and you can ask her that
Yes.
question, and then
that would be great.
we'll clear it up that way.
Okay, that would be
Okay.
great. And if would she be able to come to the next meeting, or how do we want to do this?
She doesn't
You
have to
can
come
call
to
her.
the meetings, you can talk to her.
And you can-
You
But
used
I
to-
think
you
it
used
should
to
be
tell me that,
public.
Nikki. When I had a question, you would say to me, would you please come in and talk to Sheila about it? And I think it's time that you do the same thing.
I have been coming in here.
That's very good, but every meeting you
budget
do this to
issues,
us.
to me, should be dealt with in the open and not, privately.
But we
It's
always.
$187.
No,
and
there's
we're-
more than that. Mike's bill for the rest of April isn't in yet either.
Mike turned in his bill at the cutoff date, because I did it, at the
But
cutoff
he's-
date that she gave me.
That's right.
So-
But it was only through the 15th of April.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
one more comment. I think all of this will be laid to rest when we have the audit report. I think you'll find that it's very clear, very accurate,
Right.
very succinct, that there is everything, they're gonna say everything was done properly. You always are gonna have a cutoff. The fact that we don't do an accrual and we don't say, well, I'm paying bills from the previous, you are basically paying the bills. I don't see any difference in
Yeah.
the structure.
There is a difference. It's a transparency issue.
No, it is not. You will
Yeah,
see
it
that,
is
you
a
will see when the
transparency
audit report is done, that you're gonna see that it's all very clear and very simple. You
We
wanna
should've
make it
talked
more
about-
difficult than what
No,
it is.
Yeah,
No.
we should have talked about transparency years ago. It seems like ever since this whole last year, that's all we've heard, Mickey, from you is transparency. Where were you 4 years before that, when you never asked a question about
Because
the bills?
all the information came to us.
All the problems that were
All
wrong back
of
then,
the
you went along with.
Increases,
That's all I
all
got to
of
say.
the bills, everything came to us. We even had a pile of bills in a box
That you
in front
couldn't
of us
understand.
that we could look at.
Yeah, that you couldn't understand.
Oh,
But I'm saying, why would they bring a pile of bills in a box?
because Nikki requested it. Nikki requested
Yeah,
the.
you had to be able to see them.
Huh?
You
I
know,
mean,
goodness sakes. That was a lot different like back then. I don't have any problems with the lady who's doing our bills now.
Okay. I'm just saying we can
But I'm saying, I think
agree
it's-
to disagree,
Yeah.
Right, right.
but because we're all elected officials
And-
and we can just carry on.
Right, but, and I think this is what Nikki is saying, we all understand, you're not understanding, so if you came in and talked with Liz, then you could understand it. So
I
that's
have
why-
talked to her.
Right, so that's why I'm saying, I think she's saying, why bring Liz in on her time off, come in, and we all understand, you know what I mean? I guess that's what she's kind of saying, not that she's saying that.
It's not that I don't understand, Joy. I do understand.
okay.
However, it's the way that it's being done.
So you
It's
don't
not
like the way
transparent.
it's being done? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I do have a problem with government doing the cash basis.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
Then that would be an auditor's
Uh-huh.
question.
Right.
okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay,
So,
all right, I will save my comment for the auditor then.
okay. You have some questions?
Yeah, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yes.
Is that 1 month, that $5,489,
That is,
just for the month of July?
that's for our renewal. We're renewing it. That's our renewal.
Is it a
Oh.
one-time though,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
asking?
That's one time.
You do two per
That's the one
year.
We
time.
do two things.
Yeah.
Are you done with your home visits?
Not yet.
You're not?
No.
Okay, I see.
No. They're ongoing.
Question, okay.
So you're gonna just continue
Oh, yeah.
doing home visits, when you get done, then you just
You
start all over again?
Yeah,
Okay.
different sequence, uh-huh.
Okay, that's what I thought you
Mhm.
said the last time.
That's all I have.
And if you notice the Torma bill on the last page, on that $10,190 is gonna be, it's not me, it's gonna, the VA owes for that as well. They owe us.
Oh, so then it's gonna be
Yeah,
half or
uh-huh.
something? Oh, okay.
Because of the building. So, that's why they named this,
Are we up to snuff with them on, our maintenance bills for the facility?
What maintenance bills?
The facility at 206.
What maintenance bills are you
The
referring
maintenance
to?
bills, after we moved out, you know, we still own the building.
Uh-huh, and we paid them up through, January 7th. That's it,
Okay, and why do we not pay them after that?
because we're not there.
Oh, I understand that.
Because we terminated the contract as the contract provides.
Right.
And they were under a legal obligation to pay us our share of the building no later than January 7th, 2015. Pursuant to the contract, our obligation ended as of that day.
Okay, well, does their obligation then end the same?
No, they're still in the building, their obligation was to buy us out to become sole owners. They violated that by not paying us.
Okay, but, you know, where was that money gonna come from? That was sort of a ridiculous request for them.
They the one that made the contract.
That was the one who made the contract, those are when they agreed to the contract. I wasn't
Okay,
there.
so where do we stand on that? That's not,
We're still waiting for the money from them.
okay, is that based
Hopefully the
on
sale
a
of the
court
building-
decision, or is that,
Based on the wording of the contract,
Based on the
it says either party had the right on 6 months' notice to terminate the agreement.
You
for
guys
any
agreed to that
reason
contract.
whatsoever.
Right. So-
And then July 6th, I think it was, we gave them official
okay,
notice.
so
of the
that,
termination.
that piece is not in the court system right now?
Not that I know of. I
Okay.
have to check the wording of the second amendment complaint, but I don't believe so.
Okay. This gets confusing, what is and what isn't.
Not a problem.
Any more questions on claims and demands? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Aldenseed. Aye. Bender.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Motion passes.
Just a question that relates to finances.
Yes.
Have we gotten back any money yet from the state on the tax that we paid?
No, not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, but it is pending?
Mr. Eisenhower, before we were notified, on his own, made an application on behalf of the VAC for them to make the ruling retroactive. So the ruling came forth from the state, so it was to be applied, and that is pending before the Board of Review, is my understanding.
Okay, so it's at the Board of Review at the county level?
That's what I was told by Mr. Kane's office.
Okay.
All right. Next order of business, supervisor's report. I don't have much. I have a handout here that I'm going to hand out to you, to the trustees. You guys can, if you guys decide that you want to do this, you can. their own free will, if you like. New one. So,
Joint, oh,
haven't read it, so you guys want to read it, you guys can read it. That's it for me. Next order of business is the assessors report.
The only thing I have to present is obviously, if you live in Freeport Township, which all of you do, you received your tax bill.
Yeah.
First installment will be June 19th. Second installment is September 4th. If you haven't gotten your tax bill, you might want to inquire because they all should have.
Yeah, they're all
out.
out.
Yeah. And I'm sure everybody noted that our rate went up from 11.958 to 12.496 or 497. It went up substantial. But because your assessments went down, basically it's a wash. You might see somewhere between 15, 30. It depends on what it is, but your assessments have gone down. Not enough to give you a straight line, but you're not gonna see much of an increase unless you did something to your property that we added. So, that's about it. I'll remind you of those dates again, so that way nobody misses their due dates.
Okay. The next order of business is the trustees report. Trustees.
Just a question, did you find out how much we used in reserves this year?
None.
Zero?
Zero.
Okay, but the budget shows 52,000, so is that
None.
a misnomer?
No, it's not a misnomer. We didn't spend any. I talked to the
No,
CFO
not
today.
whether we spent any, but whether we projected
We did not use any money out of reserves.
to balance this year's budget.
Period. No, we didn't.
All
What
right.
we did was line item transfers. We did 2 line item transfers. That was it. We did not amend the budget, so we did not have to use any money out of the reserves.
Okay, so
No.
that, you're talking about line item transfers for last year?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Now, I'm talking about projected budget for this year.
What about for this year? We didn't use any money out of the reserves, period. If you want to call and talk to Liz, you can call and talk to her. I've given you this answer multiple times.
No, this is the
I've-
first I
I've-
heard
I've-
that
I've-
there wasn't.
No, it's not. No, it's not, and I've
Yes,
grown
it
weary
is.
of it, so on to the next thing.
Well, we are both elected officials and we can agree to disagree, again, Patrick, but
We're both elected officials, trustee Martinez, but I'm chairman of this board, and you will respect this chair.
I do respect the chair,
Apparently you
but
don't.
you have to respect
Apparently
the
you
rest
don't.
of the other elected officials.
I do. Apparently you don't respect this chair.
Well, your comments to me don't respect me. So I think we have to agree to disagree without debating the issue, okay?
Yeah. Absolutely. So, Mike, do we need an executive session?
No, sir. No
Okay.
report.
No need to have executive session. So, the next item on the agenda is other business. Any other business coming for the town? No? Well,
Move for adjournment.
motion to adjourn.
I so move.
Sorry.
Oh, you did well.
Bender, I didn't
I'm
hear
sorry.
her.
And your voice was so
Nikki
soft.
and Joy.
Yeah, I
Second.
can't believe she said it, I didn't
What?
hear it.
Right, see?
good.
Barb didn't even.
I didn't hear it.
All
I
in
thought it was-
favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.